What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Teen Titans Rebirth issue number 10. So this is part 2 of the Blood of the Manta storyline. And if you remember the last issue, Black Manta showed up at the end to confront Jackson Hyde's mother. So let's go ahead and dive into this thing. I'm going to go through and briefly kind of summarize what happens, give my final thoughts on the issue, and then we'll move on from there. So as the issue begins, we see Jackson Hyde's mom, Lucia, come face to face with him. Jackson shows up to confront his father, who's looking for the shell that's around his neck because it's a map that leads to a treasure known as the Black Pearl, which is of ultimate power. And basically, to spare his mother, he goes through and gives himself up. Meanwhile, Damian is talking to his father, and he's trying to figure out what does the Justice League do in order to hold its members accountable. He tries to talk with his father. He's like, listen, you can call me Damian where I'm on the line here. Can we just talk? And then Bruce kind of ignores him. And again, part of this is one of my issues with Bruce. He doesn't really seem to go the extra mile to speak with his son. And it just seems like he's got that problem of just kind of pushing his responsibility off on other people. It's like, it's just the missions. Like, I would have liked to have seen him step up more as a father, because like if we showcased earlier on in the run, he wasn't even there for his son's birthday and kind of showed up after the fact and was just strictly all business, not any of those nice personal father and son moments, which were showcased a lot in Super Sons or the Tomasi Batman and Robin run. I just wish we would have gotten more of that. But anyway, so as Damian's there, Raven shows up and basically confronts Damian to say that she knows that he regrets his decision on firing Kid Flash. It's why he's being carded as Jackson. See, Raven understands him. She can read his emotions. Damian clearly has some problems there, and she totally understands the pressure that he's going through. It's hard coming from family like yours. The burden you carry is great. It doesn't allow you to question your decisions, but that's how people grow, by owning up to their mistakes and learning from them. And I think she probably would have been able to reach him had Jackson's mother not shown up, and she was a bloody mess, and the Titans go to try and heal her up. Meanwhile, Beast Boy is there being egotistical about kind of everything, and he's complaining about Robin, and he's like, you're a lot older, Starfire. Why aren't you doing something? Step up or I'm out of here, basically. And then we also have Jackson meeting with his father, and he's got a lot of parental issues because for years he was blaming his mom, like, why can't you tell me where my father is? Now he's meeting his father and finding out he's kind of a piece of shit. And basically, Black Manta explains the story of the Black Pearl, which would give him ultimate power. That's why he needs Jackson. So then they go out and they help Jackson's mother, and they talk about various things. There's kind of a funny moment with Damian, just like, you're welcome. It was like, I helped you out. Give me a pat on the back. And so they talk about things. She explains the story of how Jackson Hyde came to be, how, like, she was fooled by Black Manta, which, by the way, if they're, like, severely underwater, I feel like that pressure would crush his head. But, yeah, that's, I don't know how far underwater they are. But anyways, so they're there. Beast Boy is just like that. Damian kind of complains to Beast Boy in that for like, when I'm not there keeping an eye on Jackson, why weren't you guys around? It's your responsibility. And he's like, you're going to fire me too? We're here. And then Starfire kind of steps up as the leader, basically. Damian tries to interject, but Starfire kind of pushes him away like a little kid, which is kind of funny. Again, I feel like Starfire should have been the leader of this team. She's definitely older. She has the most experience. And if Damian wants to be a better leader, it would be beneficial for him to learn from her. And again, I understand you got the team together, but if he's going to learn to be a better leader, it's best to go from people who have the most experience. Which is why I always kind of like the idea of the Titans and Teen Titans kind of forming like a singular unit and having like the older heroes mentor the younger heroes. I understand the original Teen Titans were kind of like their own group, but because they're a bit separate from the Justice League, I think it would benefit the younger heroes to have older heroes like Dick Grayson or a Starfire mentor the younger heroes so they can become better people and better leaders, and then the cycle will continue. So again, they basically kind of go off and do that. Corey kind of steps up a bit as a leader, and we have Jackson Hyde here with his father. They kind of go down underneath. They find the map to the place. Jackson's basically going to be attacked by this giant squid, scary looking monster, and that's basically where the issue itself ends. Now, overall, I thought this issue was pretty good. Moved at a pretty good pace. It's kind of setting things up for character progression, which I liked. I like how Starfire is kind of setting herself up, kind of moving into that leader spot, which I feel like she should be because she has a lot of experience, and I think it would have been good for Starfire to be the leader of this team. Even though I'm a big Damian fan, I feel like he isn't ready to take on being a leadership role until he really learns from somebody. So I kind of like how this run's kind of addressing that, and Starfire's kind of stepping up, and he doesn't really kind of interject, he just kind of rolls with it, and I'm like, okay, that's good. Starfire should be the leader, and he should learn from things. And also, I had issues with Batman not really stepping up, being kind of a dad. It's like, hey, look, why can't we just talk about this? And then he kind of just pushes him off to do kind of his own thing. But the artwork in this issue, I think it's really, really good. It definitely showcases the action very well. It's very bright. It's very colorful. Like the underwater sequences, like I think it really pops, and which I feel like it should. This is a comic book. It's visual storytelling, and I think it does a great job capturing underwater and making it look really unique and visually interesting. And I'm enjoying this arc. I really am. Again, this is a 3-part story arc before they go into the next crossover, which is the Dark Knight's Metal, not Death Metal, which is currently going on, but Dark Knight's Metal. But this is a Jackson Hyde focused storyline, and it's also addressing like stuff that happened before, but people only learn by going through making mistakes and owning up to them. I like that aspect. But yeah, so that's it. Those are my thoughts on issue 10. I thought it was quite good. Again, I really like the Blood of the Manta story arc. I thought it was a good 3-part Jackson Hyde storyline, and also bringing Black Manta, understanding who his history is, and it also was kind of pushing Starfire into more of a leadership role. So I like that. I liked all that stuff. So no real issues or complaints here. Again, I just feel like Batman could be a better father, which is still kind of going on. But other than that, I thought it was pretty good. Favorite moment in the issue, I like the interaction between Raven and Damian. I kind of wish we would have had more of that throughout this run. But from what we got, I thought it was good. But anyways, what are your thoughts on this issue? Let me know in the comments section down below. Be sure to hit that bell for notifications, like this video, share it, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next issue, issue 11, which will be the end of the storyline. So, as always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.